Okay, we're actually ready. We're actually ready. We're getting into it. It's Guru versus Miniraser on Apotheosis. Okay, here we are. In the top left-hand corner of Apotheosis, we have our red Zerg player. It is Miniraser for Invasion Esport. And in the bottom right, we have our Team Extreme Supremacy player in the green, also a Zerg, Guru. Looks like Miniraser opting to be a little aggressive here, not doing a gas cancel, but in fact just going for gas, as well as this early pool. I mean, it wasn't like a 12 pool or anything, you know, it wasn't that early, but it is going to be a fairly aggressive opening. If he was just going to be going for a defensive play, then he would have been. No, wouldn't have been taking the gas. This is a cool play. So going straight for the gold and getting some early lings out to put the pressure on Guru, and then from that, if you can keep pressure off your side of the map, then you're more safely able to take advantage of this gold base. The one thing you do have to be worried about though is if you either don't do enough damage, or you just end up, you know, you have to value your lings fairly highly here, right? Because if you don't have the threat of counterattacking or anything like that, or just attacking in general, then your base becomes quite exposed because they can do a run by, a counterattack, anything like that. But Miniraser doing the old run the lings around the map trick to get these 4 banelings morphing in, probably somewhere around here. But he's going to be avoiding all of the overlords on the way over there. And then, ooh, big drone transfer. Yep, the next few larvae should all go to ling production. And those will just run straight past the overlords. But this is going to actually be a pretty tough situation because the lings are... Okay, they're going to be rallying past the gold this time. Now, there's still more lings here for Guru, but with that queen as support, these lings have no chance. Slow lings versus speedlings, never a good engagement. Actually, okay. Well, they'll still be cleaned up. Very, very smart move by Miniraser, knowing that those lings did, or that the queen would be able to handle it. So now we have the banelings and the lings coming across the map, gonna try and take down these queens, or just, I suppose, just run past them. 2 of the banelings do go down. Nice connection on those lings though. And now, Guru is able to push this back for now. Miniraser making a few more banelings and starting to pick away at this hatchery. Could get a good ling connection over here. Okay, nice micro from Guru to negate the effectiveness of those banelings. And I think he's just held at this point. I mean, Miniraser is continuing to be aggressive and continuing to put on the pressure. But without a major mistake, he should just do fairly well. Might have to let this gold base go down, but it doesn't really look like it. Got to be careful with these banelings though. Got to focus fire on that spine. Banelings could have went for the drone line there, but they're gonna try and get some lanes, and actually a really nice connection between the 2 of them. So now, Guru just doesn't really have that much to defend against this. A lot of his drones going down. The defender's advantage does kick in though, and knocks these back. Now at this point, Guru is still ahead by 3 drones just because of how much Miniraser has invested into this type of attack. Oh! Could have been a miraculous Baneling hit there. But the one thing is that Guru is not able to mine from that gold yet. Ooh, this is a nice counter attack though. Okay, Miniraser coming in here again, gonna try and focus down that queen. Spine hasn't been remade, and a decent Baneling connection, but not enough to actually do the damage that he was looking for. Baneling's coming up again, looking for a connection. Not a great one. Not terrible, but that one was decent. I believe got about 5 lings, and now 2 more Banelings coming up here. I'm going to try and get that connection. That could have been great. Last one, not ideal. But the lane bane pressure is just continuing. Neither player on a lair. Guru does have that 3rd base, which is giving him a bit of an edge in Larva, but he doesn't really have the saturation to actually use it. You know, doesn't have any drones of the natural. Has a few at the gold base, but and just the relentless aggression from Miniraser. Oh, Baneling comes out just in time. But yeah, the relentless aggression is not stopping. It is just not letting up. Miniraser is determined to either win this on lane Bane or die trying. We'll see which one it is. Oops. Sorry, guys. The Ling's on top of those drones now. I'm going to try and get a good connection with this Baneling. Might be able to hit the Lings. So much Ling Bane dancing though. And it's just such an intense back and forth dance that can really end either player at any moment here. It's just balanced on the head of a needle. A nice Baneling connection there, which will allow Miniraser to get on top of this queen. Queen does go down, which will slow down the production just a little bit. Baneling does finish in time, gets a nice connection on those Lings again. This is going to allow Miniraser to get on top of these drones, snipe 1 or 2 of them. Oh, but the Lings were so low health already that the drones actually just one-hit all of them. And that gives Guru the win, as Miniraser, like we said, determined to either win on Ling Bane or die trying. And unfortunately died trying. So Guru takes that game 1, going into game 2 shortly. Not sure what the map is, but we'll be getting to it. So, thank you all for for joining us today on European Cup number 2 of the ABC series, ASL-Bacon Infinity Championship. Got a comment in the chat. I hope we see Goody later. I will try and make that happen. Goody, I believe didn't have a bye in the first round, but did 2-0 his opponent. So Goody waiting in round 2. If we follow this line of Guru versus Miniraser, we could potentially end up matched up against Goody in the semifinals. That is, if Goody can take down the winner of Healer versus Night End. So our second map is Frozen Temple. Frozen Temple will be the choice, one of the maps that we see so darn often. One of the 3 maps that we see pretty much every series. What is it? It's Frozen Temple. We see a lot of Frost. Decent amount of Apotheosis. We really just see a lot of stuff that isn't Dasan Station, Galactic Process. Although that one's not even that bad. Although I think there was a recent change to like add rocks to it or something. Is that a thing? I think like backdoor rocks or something. Am I making that up? I'm pretty sure that got added like very recently, like in the middle of the DreamHack qualifiers. So Guru has requested a quick break. I imagine after doing like, a 10-minute Ling Bane battle, everyone should be entitled to a 5-minute break to get their nerves back, because that is just it's a terrifying situation. Okay, Guru's ready. Cool. Oh, okay. Now we're waiting on Miniraser. What I'm really hearing is like I probably should have just chosen a different game for match 1, but I was like, this is gonna be a pretty good match. Even though not everybody loves ZVZ, it has gotten a lot more interesting in in Legacy of the Void though. So I was like balancing the pros and cons. It was like good players. Decent enough matchup. Okay. They're both ready. They are both ready. Oh crap, I haven't updated bracket command. Aw crap. Let's do this quick. Let's take care of this. There we go. Okay, cool. And we're here. Oh my god. Oh my god. We have hats on drones. Oh no, those aren't hats. They're mining cakes. They're mining cakes. That's so amazing. Okay. In the top left-hand corner, we have our red Zerg player. It is Miniraser. And in the bottom right, also mining cake, we have Team Extreme Supremacy's Guru. So this time we see Guru being aggressive while Miniraser is going for that hatch first. Guru, actually, okay, not too aggressive. Pause. I suppose this is going to be a bit more of a. Well, with that gas, it becomes questionable. I was going to say a bit more of a defensive play, going for the pool into hatch just to defend against like a Lingbane thing, but with the gas, he could be opting to put on some pressure himself. Only one on the gas at the moment, though. Are these rallied over there? No? Okay, so with just one on gas, this can't really be an early game aggression thing. We do have some lanes coming across the map. 4 lanes out. I suppose they're going to try and dodge this Overlord. They do dodge it. Queen's out. Gonna push. Okay. Never mind. I was gonna say push down this ramp, try and poke at that Overlord. But just for now, holding that position. Landed its first inject, is gonna go down to the natural. Now Guru doesn't have a Baneling nest or anything. So I suppose these lings are just gonna try and pick off a few drones, sneak in here undetected. One will for sure go down. Right? Yep, does get it. Second one, maybe? Well, now it looks like the second one will be fine. And these lings are going to try and get a scout. Considered going into the main, but we're actually scared off by that drone. You know, it's just something that showed up on the minimap, and you don't really want to take the risk of losing those, so ended up pulling it back. But we got the Roach and the Evo coming up. I know this is, you know, the Roach mid game is so popular on this map just because of how easy it is to wall off this area. So this will be a fairly easily defendable position. And Guru is also going. Miniraser is also going for that Roach tech, but not using it to form a wall or anything. So he's going to have maximal mobility through his bases, but it also weakens him to some like ling run by shenanigans. And the biggest difference we see here is that Miniraser does have that third coming up, and I don't believe it's spotted by Guru. Oh no, it was spotted. Spotted with the lings on the way out, so he does know exactly what's happening here. And going for the lair and the Roach speed with the +1, I imagine he's going to try and go for like a 2 base timing attack here. I imagine that has to be the play. Spines. That's actually quite odd. Okay, lings from Miniraser get in here, gonna pick off at least 2 drones, but then get out. Okay, so the spines here to, well, not ready yet, but they're gonna try and defend against this this Roach timing attack. A fairly unexpected one, I must say, because of that third base timing. But the transfuse going down on these Roaches, and now the spines are finished. And the Roach wing of Miniraser is sort of stuck in here. Can't really retreat, but can't do any more damage. So a nice hold from Guru, only taking a few drone losses. So I suppose this is a bit of a fake third. Almost like a production third, but you can't actually sustain 3 bases of production without saturating, you know, past 31 drones. So I suppose that was a bit of a fake. Tell you what, it would have got me because I did not see that coming. But yeah, Guru pulling back, being defensive, taking his own third base now. He does have a decent lead on worker supply, but because his third was so much later than Miniraser's, he could end up losing the economic advantage. Wing's going to be coming through here, might be able to pick off this Creep Queen. Definitely will be able to pick off this Creep Queen. Spine's not burrowed yet. Queen's got to get in position, but it didn't move over far enough. So this not being walled is going to be a really big deal. While at the top of the map, Guru's not actually attacking yet. There he goes in now, but so many drones are going down for absolutely free. So a lot of drones lost there, and now Miniraser's actually coming back with the Lings to try and get a surround on this, and if you can keep this army in place, then he should be able to just crush it. But Guru himself gonna hit on this third base, take out a bunch of the drones, and Miniraser is trying to find a good engagement, going for that Ling wraparound to slow this down. A lot of the units going down for Guru at the loss of only some Lings. But Guru does have that roach speed, and I don't believe that, no. Miniraser does not yet have the roach speed, so that will give Guru the ability to retreat here. And, you know, even with all the drone losses, Guru is ahead on drones after picking off those ones at the third base. And just because of how aggressive Miniraser's been. Ling run by gonna hit this third base, but the spine does get down in time. But with, yeah, just a hold position micro here, and then some focus firing. Gonna get, I believe, 4 drones. So Guru coming out to be aggressive again, and what is here from Miniraser to defend against it? Guru does have a bit of an army advantage, but you can't really push up this concave. Very difficult position to break there. It's at this point that you kind of have to just concede that, you know, if you try and go through this area where when your opponent is expecting it, you just don't. You know, you just don't walk up that ramp at this point in the game. From this point onward, really. Roach is patrolling over here, but don't actually see that single Ling. I imagine one of them is going to have to take a fourth base soon at this point, because we've reached a point where their aggression has kind of it's having diminishing returns here. You know, you can continue to be aggressive, but once your opponent gets this many defenses up, you can't really make it work. And now Miniraser is going to walk into that concave and doesn't even try. I mean, that was definitely a losing battle, but I kind of think that Miniraser, like, maybe could have still done it. He was pretty committed to the aggression, so quite far behind on drones and all that stuff. So it's a difficult position to be in, but not completely unwinnable. Unwinnable if you go for that attack, though. That attack was not. That's not how you want to do it. So Guru takes that 2-0.